Here it is, fresh cup of coffee. That means a new working session. Hi, my name is Mitul. Welcome back. Again, the premise, if you're new here, we're trying something different. We're trying something new. The premise of this project is going to be that 1 cup of coffee equals 1 working session. When this cup of coffee is done, so is this working session. Going to stop, and we're gonna go get a new cup of coffee, and then we're gonna keep working. Whatever we get done, we get done. Whatever we don't, we leave until the next one. That's it. Simple. So the first 2 cups of coffee, first 2 episodes of this series, the very first one, we used Claude to come up with an idea of a micro SaaS application that we can build that hopefully helps me generate some kind of income after I was, let's say, promoted to customer from the company that I was working for, in a situation that most of you may be experiencing right now. Um, so I was looking for a new way to supplement that income and came up with this idea that, hey, why don't we build a micro SaaS application? But then I figured I'd started working with the idea and then came up with the idea that what if I record it and, kind of document the process, especially from my standpoint, being a newbie that doesn't know much about AI and um, scripting and programming, building micro SaaS applications or SaaS applications, period, just to kind of see, what we can do. The reason behind the video was the fact that if there's anyone else that's in the same situation, I know that right now, especially if you work in IT or well in the IT sector, that it's we see mass layoffs on a regular basis, and I wanted to kind of open up this door that if you're in the same situation as me, then you have some kind of support that hey maybe something like this might work for you, and if you're like well I don't know what I'm doing, well we're gonna learn this together because I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna figure it out. So that's how this project came about. In our last session, we were able to, with the help of Claude, we set up our technology stack, we set up cursor and everything that we needed, and we were able to install a local host server onto the machine that I'm using. And with that, we were able to get the foundation of this first microSaaS application done, the resume polish, codename resume polish application up and running locally. Um, we left off where I'm out of coffee now, so we're going to go stop here and celebrate, and I will be back with a fresh cup of coffee for the next steps. And then it kind of came up with a couple of things. What we accomplished, we finished the installation of developer tools, Node.js, Git, Cursor, etc. We set up our accounts, our GitHub, Vercel, Stripe, Supabase, Anthropic, and OpenAI APIs. We built the micro SaaS application from scratch. It does what it needs to do. We got it running locally and working end to end. Uploaded a resume, got AI analysis, used a coupon because we did put in a coupon code in here specifically for the viewers of this channel. That when we do go live and start testing that, I want you guys to be able to help me kind of test, this application and all the other applications going forward. And for that reason, we added a coupon section specifically for you, which you've already seen it, but we're going to change it. It's going to be more along the lines of a very specific coupon code. So it's not just going to be resume polish 50. It's going to be a little bit more than that. So if you want one of those coupon codes, right, for the first 50, 60, 70 people, if anyone watches these, I don't know, then make sure you hit like and subscribe and post a comment down below that, hey, you would like a code, and I'll go ahead and send it to you. And then that way you can use it to kind of analyze your resume and also provide feedback on not just design, but everything else that goes with it. Again, more than likely in this series, we're going to go ahead and kill off the coupon codes because we don't want to use it just yet. But that's what we've achieved. Uh, when the next steps that it outlined for us is pushing the code to GitHub, deploying it to Vercel, so it's live on the internet, and setting up a custom domain if you want, which we do, creating more coupon codes for your YouTube viewers, and testing with your real resume. So I think that's what it suggested. There's a few things that I wanted to kind of tackle as well, and I did go ahead and open up stickies and kind of drop a note in here. So let's start going through this. So we do want to deploy to Vercel and get it live on the internet. While we are building, we wanted to use test mode so that we're not burning through all the API credits. From what I saw, I think it takes about 25 to 30 cents per analyze for per check that it does. Um, so we definitely don't want to go through all of our credits while we're still testing and making changes, especially when it comes down to the design polish part, because I'm sure that we're going to be refreshing and things like that pretty often, and we don't want to kind of go through that as well. Like I said before, we do want to use individual coupon codes and not just use that one that we kind of set up. Um, but with that, we also want a admin panel to get I don't know to get, I wouldn't say statistics, but to get information about how many times a coupon code has been used. Well, no, let's rethink this for a second. I used the dictate portion of it. With the individual coupon codes, we do want a back-end admin panel where I can create new codes as well as get statistical information about how the codes are used, how often, and we want to tie it with a feedback form with it so that the users who are testing it can provide feedback directly through that if they don't want to provide it through YouTube or any other means. So I guess a just a admin back panel is what we're looking for. Once that's done, we are going to need to export this all of this data right here into like a PDF so that it's easy to consume. Of course, this doesn't look great, so we're gonna have to fix the brand the thing for this first. So maybe we fix that first before we export. The design polish itself. I know it kind of mentioned if we want to use a custom domain, which we do, so we're gonna go with that. We were using resume polish as a code name. So again, honestly, this was just a code name. I don't even know if this is a domain name that's available or not. So at some point, we do want to get the custom domain name, and then along with that, we want to make sure that we update at least everything customer facing. I think on the back end, on GitHub and stuff like that, resume polish will be fine. But for the front end, where it says like on top, where it says resume polish and stuff like that, we do want to update it there so that it's looks coherent everywhere. And then of course final branding with like logos and things like that, a proper font that goes around, things like that. Those are the things that we want to add to it. There's one more thing that I'm going to add here. So I'm going to actually update these numbers a little bit. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the only reason why I'm doing this live, I started it, of course, offline, but bought it online because I wanted to kind of show you the thought process behind it all as well, right? Like it's not just me doing everything here on the back end. I am constantly thinking about how we can make this, improve it. It is something that I do spend a lot of time outside of AI because AI is great and it's got a lot of great input things and things. It has a lot of great wisdom that is sharing with us. But the thing is, it's still AI. We're still human. We still have a little bit of a responsibility to think for ourselves and be like, hey, we need to do this, like this next one. We also want to add some kind of safety net because the application is free. Uh, we don't want people to abuse it by submitting a resume over and over and over and over again and spamming the system. Um, because that will eat up on my AI credits that I pay for, especially before we start charging and getting our first customer. So again, one thing that we thought about last night was, and I'm not sure if this was actually brought up in the first one by Chat Claude, but I don't realize it was on here, so I'm just putting it in here because that way we have our own to-do list as well. But say this is on YouTube, the URL, everything will be on YouTube. People are watching. People don't always have the best, you know, they don't have the best intent, uh, for everything. And with that said, a fear of mine is that someone's going to come and, just keep uploading their resume over and over and over again, um, which is fine if I wasn't paying for, the 25 cents or 30 cents 40, 50, 60 cents every time you upload a resume, right? And check. So we want to put in some kind of safety feature in there. Maybe that it limits it to once a day, or maybe it, does 3 for free with the free version, and then maybe a monthly subscription or something like you can keep doing it. But at least that way, the cost of us running the API in the background to kind of give us this analysis is taken care of. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, let's jump in. All right. So I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna take this and be, I am, I am back, and we are ready to go. I saw your sort of checklist of what we should tackle once I came back, and I've kind of expanded on it. And we want to kind of break these down into these sections. I know for this first time, we took care of a lot in one working session, but I want to make sure that we can break these down into sections so that we're really diving deep into it. Again, we are recording these for YouTube, and we want to make sure that we're explaining it and doing everything in sections one by one. So if one thing is more useful than something else, for example, the coupon system is already integrated into this first one, and it was done with the HTML code from the get go. But if someone wants just that portion, they wouldn't know. There's no timestamp that I can come back to and be like, okay, if you look at this part, or if you look at this episode, it talks about me implementing the coupon code system into it. So we want to make sure that we keep everything sectionized as possible and broken down bit by bit instead of just one big next session. Does that make sense? Here is my to-do list. Oh, copy that. Is that? Feel free to order as needed. And add items if needed. All right, let's see what it says. Welcome back. Love the approach. You're thinking like a content creator and a builder. All right. I've organized those on previous ones and we tackle them. Again, just to kind of elaborate, again, the whole point is of breaking it down into sections. It's not for more videos or more content or anything like that. It's more along the lines of the real life example that I gave. The coupon code system for this is already implemented, right? I would have preferred the first part just be upload or just take a text file and didn't do that. And then we add on the features on top of it, like the Word and PDF. That way, if someone is building something else, then, or if they're building the same exact product as me, which is totally fine too, we're just learning and creating here, you still have, you can still go back to a specific thing, goes, well, I just need to know how to implement, I just need to know how to implement PDF and Word. I don't care about the entire project. Or I just want to add coupon codes. How did he do that? I can't show that right now because it came out all as one. Uh, it just came out as one entire thing. There was nothing there for me to show, which I think just made it a little bit harder. And that's the only reason why I wanted it broken down into sections like this. Episode 1, reordered roadmap, logical build order. Okay, so we did the deploy to reverse cell. Okay, so we did this, set up the deployment environment, built core functionality, upload, analyze, preview, unlock, basic coupon system, created and hard coded, local testing. We've done that part. So we're going to start here. Now, some of these, I know it's broken it down into episode 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of these may be joined together. Again, we're not going based off of what it thinks is an episode. We're going more along. We're going off of a working session, and our working session is, as you already know, it's 1 cup of coffee, or until Claude runs out of credits, working credits. Then we have to stop as well. Getting it live on the internet is our priority today. Connect it to Vercel, deploy live, test a real URL. Why first? You need a live URL to share, test on mobile, and show progress. Test mode toggle, stop burning money while building. Add a test mode switch in the code. Mock AI responses when testing. No API calls. Great. This is a big thing because we don't want to burn through it. Saves you money immediately while building remaining features. Rate limiting and abuse protection, protecting IP-based rate limiting 3 previews per hour, capture on upload, request throttling. Needed this before sharing publicly. So I think what we're going to do is, because the other episode from yesterday is already out. Of course, the way this is going to work is I record these maybe on a daily basis, or 2 or 3 a day, or every other day on schedule. But it does take me time to go through them, fix the audio, and then blur out any information that's there, right? So while the premise was from the beginning was that we're doing this uncut live, there has to be some kind of leeway between how fast we get those videos out, along with me doing some editing to them. Especially if I cough or something like that, I'm going to cut it out. But also blurring out personal information, blurring out API keys, things like that. That's still needed. And with that said, we're probably going to redo this so that Um, the episode 6 is probably going to move up a little bit up the chain, just because this video is going to come out and we don't want to start burning through it, or we may just kill off the API key beforehand. Let's see. We'll come back to that in just a second. And then individual coupon codes and feedback system, a unique code per user. Yep. The feedback form coupon. Okay. PDF export, design and polish, refine UI, UX, mobile responsiveness, loading state, error handling improvements, my own URL, logo color and launch, ready for episode 2. So I am ready for episode 2 to get it online. But I'm just wondering if maybe we need to bump up episode 4 to something a little higher, because this video may go live before we get to episode 4. And in between that time, we don't want to prevent we don't want users to abuse the system. We want to prevent them from abusing the system at that point, well before they even see the URL. So they're about, the YouTube videos are about 3 to 4 days late, right? And I think that if we keep going down the list and go with Vassal, then we may get to a situation where it's already live and people are already abusing it before we put the stop in. Unless you have an idea for something that can prevent that right now while we get episode 1 done, and then we get to between episode 1 and episode 4. Yeah, so I think that it would be beneficial to go ahead and do that. And it's saying max 3 previews per IP per hour and simple tracking. I'm going to go ahead and do it even more. I think that, well, here, I'll just say it so that way you guys know what's going on at the same time. I think that would be great if we can do it, especially if it's a quick 5-minute thing, then we can go ahead and do that now. The only thing that I probably want to update is 2 things. One, the IP-based rate limiting, max 3 previews per IP per hour. I probably want to do maybe 3 total and one per day. So 1 preview per day and 3 previews total per IP address ever. And maybe that will lead us into a paid subscription, where to unlock it at that point that they do have to purchase, or either a monthly subscription, or a one-time lock of 5 free, or a pack of 5 lookups, etc., and analysis, etc. If that makes sense. As you can see, I'm also going through my thoughts and kind of winging this as we go along. So, we'll do 1 preview per day per IP address, 3 previews per IP address ever. After that, they must pay or use a coupon code. Okay, real quick. So again, you see that my thoughts are scattered, just like I'm sure that everyone else is. As you're building this, if you're one of those people that can build something and dictate on what you want and things like that, with the most clearest intentions on the spot, I commend you. But again, we're keeping this 100. It's just the way it is. So you gotta excuse me while I, go through my thoughts to get where we need to go. But yeah, let's start building. So we're gonna update our server.js. Where did my cursor go? There we go. So apparently server.js. Yep. At the very top, after constant app express. Constant app. I'm assuming this one. Right after add that. Rate limiting. Okay. Rate limiting 1 per day, 3 total lifetime per IP address. Yep. Check lifetime limit. You've used all 3 free previews. Please use a coupon code or purchase to continue. Please wait hours before your next free preview or use coupon code to unlock now. Now find this line around. Okay, so for this, we're going to use Command F. There you go. Try. Okay. Replace the entire app post preview section with this. Find the lines around 60. It's not around line 60. Maybe it was before, but not anymore. App post. Oh, did I collapse it? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Replace the entire section. And it tells me what the section is, right? With this line. We're going to replace it with this one. We're going to take the comment as well, because they gave us the comment again. Preview. Okay. Okay. So now it's added check rate limit and extract first 3 issues for preview. Replace the entire post. And see, we're doing this part first before we go live. That way, when it does go live, it'll already be blocked. Save it, Command S. Okay. First preview free, 2 remaining. Try again, same day, wait 24-hour message. Come back tomorrow. Second preview, 1 remaining. Come back next day. Third preview, 0 remaining. Try 4 times. You used all 3 of your previews. Please purchase or use coupon code. Okay, refresh the page and upload again. Should say, okay, so we are going to kind of burn through it, at least on mine right now. But while I'm doing that, should we also add the capture as well? And then also for future reference, should we be looking at something more than just IP-based controls? I'm not sure what else we can use, but I'm just wondering if that, just because IP addresses, at least here for me, they rotate. Well, I don't have a static IP address, is what I'm trying to get at. Mine's dynamic, and it, the lease time is a long time, but it does eventually, renew. And I'm not sure how big of an issue this is or big problem this is, or if it's even worth going through it right now, or maybe coming back to it later and just starting with this. But it's what I'm thinking out loud. Great question. Let me address both. Capture, my recommendation is not yet. Here's why. Capture as friction, annoying for real users. You're starting with the YouTube viewers who want to help to test. IP limiting catches 90% of views for now. We'll add it in episode 4 when we do a full protection suite. Good. However, if you want to add it now as one or more uploads, and I'll block you. However, if you want to add it now as a one more upload and I'll block you safeguard, we can do a simple invisible recapture that doesn't annoy users. Your call. Add now, 5 more minutes, or wait for episode 4. Um, I like your points about not annoying users and especially my YouTube viewers who are generous enough to help me test this. I don't want to annoy them. So with that said, if it is a how did you say it? You said it was a um, invisible capture, and it is truly 5 minutes. I think it may be worth adding now. But if it's not an invisible capture and could potentially annoy users and take a lot longer, then I think that maybe we can possibly just leave it until episode 4, especially if we're not too concerned about it at this point. So the IP address problem is it does have a dynamic IP route. VPN bypasses it easily. Corporate schools network one IP for hundreds of people. Mobile networks IP range better turn defined. Browser fingerprinting best for now. Tracks the unique fingerprint of the browser. Screen size, fonts, plugins, etc. More stable than IP. Harder to fake. Local storage plus cookie combo. Stored token in their browser, persists across sessions, easy to clear but catches casual users, super base user tracking later. Once you have, okay, so my recommendation hybrid approach, let's use IP plus fingerprint together that catches most dynamic IP changes. Fingerprint stays the same. VPN hoppers unless they change browsers and mobile users. Takes about 10 minutes to add. We'll add a library called fingerprint.js or fingerprint.js, free and lightweight. What do you want to do? Keep simple IP for now. Deploy, add fingerprinting. Option B, add browser fingerprinting now. Then deploy with a solid protection. Option C, add capture 2, another 5 minutes. As far as the fingerprint, I think that if it makes sense, let's go ahead and just do it now. So probably option C, that we add capture 2 along with B, add the browser fingerprinting now. Just to, I don't know. For me, it's always going to be about protection, especially since the API credits are no, they're no small thing for me at least. Yeah. Again, all honesty, all the way around. This is ultimately comes down to money, and we don't want to waste what we already given up, especially with no, um, especially with no paying customers right now. And even if we had paying customers, we still don't want it to be abused, because if you're paying the $10 that helps me pay for the credits, then we don't want to someone else coming along and using up all of that to you know just to go broke on or use up all of our credits. So okay. I totally get it. API costs add up fast. The protection is small. Let me be honest with your thoughts. Invisible capture isn't truly invisible anymore. Google changed how it works. Always truly invisible right in the background now. Shows a checkbox for suspicious users or makes them solve puzzles. So it will annoy some legitimate users occasionally, especially if they're on VPN or have privacy extensions. Here's what I recommend instead. Let's do browser fingerprinting only. Option B, here's why. Okay. How does that work? Let's do it. Let's just add fingerprinting for now. And then we can save capture for episode 4 or going forward. All right, so it looks like we need to install a fingerprint library. So let's go ahead and clear this out for now. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I forgot to mention that after I already stopped the recording, I did come back and stop the local host server. Just because it told me to, but I didn't see it until after we were already done. So one package added. Okay. Open server.js. It's already open because we were working in it. Find the section that says rate limiting. Okay, and it says constant rate limit map. Okay, so that line, replace the entire rate limit section. So it wants us to replace everything from here to here. Copy that. Command. Oh no, middleware gets real IP true. Oh, did I? No. It needs to go up to here. Oh, copy. And I'm not sure if I need to keep that or not. Appset true proxy true. Okay, I'm just going to keep it. So from here to here. Okay. Now find the preview endpoint around line 65. If I just take that, cost up and replace the two lines with this. Why did connection get? Or maybe it needs to declare somewhere. Replace those two lines. Oh, with this. Okay. Command S. So it looks like it's deprecated. The declaration was marked as deprecated here. So we'll just make a note here. First, when under preview endpoint section that you told me to change, the rec connect dot connection dot remote address, the connection part is striked out, and it says if I hover over it, it says connection is deprecated. TS6385. Now, of course, because I moved it here, it decided to do it here. So this connection is deprecated. we'll continue at least fixing everything else. And then we'll come back to, we'll submit this, but at least let's do the rest of this. So update index.html. Okay. It says open index, find this line near the top of the script section. Okay, and the constant stripe PK, okay. Let selected file has none. Right after the add initializing fingerprint. Okay, we're gonna fix this up a little bit just because I get very particular about the way things show up. What in the world is going on? Come here. There you go. And then close it. There you go. Okay. Now find the analyze button section around 290. I think it'll be easy if we just Command F for that. One, okay, selected file return, show loading. What? That's not what it is. Return, I guess, show loading, constant form data, from append resume. Okay, change it to this all the way up to selected file. Yeah, so to here. Okay, find unlock one analysis. Function around 350. How many times? It shows up 3 times, so it might not be this one. So let's go down. Is this the one? Nope. So maybe this one. Oh no, payment code. Oh, so it was the last one? This one, I think. Unlock test. I don't see it. Let's find the analysis section around that. So let's try this entire thing. Can we Command F this entire line? Nope. How much can we take away? If selected, return. Okay, show loading. Okay, here we go. And change it to this. Selected file. Show loading. Give fingerprint. Right. Oh no, we already updated that, right? Yeah. Let's do. Is it possible for you to just give me a full copy and paste of the 2 files that you want me to update? I'm having a hard time finding and replacing what you're asking me to. I think it's taking way too long for me to copy and paste things over. So I think the better solution is you just give me a copy and paste over there. So it's still going. We'll just wait for it to complete. Okay, well, this one is done. And this one is server.js. And hit save. And this is index.html. Now, index.html is the one that had the word that was striked out. We'll just double check to see if it's still deprecated in the way they did it. Because Claude doesn't actually address that part. Oh, actually, find the line underneath. Oh, I got one thing to fix in index. Okay, so I gotta put the code back, which I get. Totally understandable. I can do that part if I have it. Copy. Okay. So 2 things that we want to check. One is, what was that? What did I tell it? It says connect dot remote address, and the connection part is striped out. So Command F, connection. So I guess it took care of it, I guess. Let's just manually double check. Oh, it's in this one. Oh, it's in server.js. Command F, connection. So it did take care of it. And it was actually on this line. So okay. So yeah, it got rid of remote address. Okay. Okay, fine. Fair enough. And then I need to update the stripe key. Replace. Okay, and we're going to grab it from the environment. Of course, this is going to be grayed out. Oh no, it was the PK one, right? So it's not. That's the secret key. So I need the publishable key, which is not in here. So we go back to index. It is in here. So open up this. Going to, is this stripe? Yeah, stripe and publishable key. Did I copy? Copied. Okay, perfect. Go back into cursor and put the key right here. and then Command S. So clear npm start. So it's running. We're going to go to localhost 3000. We did drag and drop last time, so this one we're going to go ahead and open. And we are going to go ahead and do analyze resume. Just so it's nice and clean and side by side. Maybe I should have done it and just checked. Perfect, it's working. The fingerprint is now active, running silently in the background. Let's test the rate. Click, analyze another. Upload the same resume again. Click analyze. You should see an error message. Please wait. Okay, so if I go back to, well, I'm already on the home page. So let's do that. Just for, I guess, the future, or just to keep something in mind, this page does work. It says, please wait 24 hours before your next free preview, or use a coupon code to unlock now. But there's no option for me to put in a coupon code either on this box or anywhere else. Because if I go back to the home page, it just gives me the option to upload a resume, but does not give me the option to use a coupon code. And that's just to kind of give it some feedback that, hey, if you're going to ask that they do that, then at least give us the option. Let's fix this. When someone hits the rate limit, we should give them two options right there. Wait 24 hours, current option, enter a coupon code to bypass. Okay, open index and find show error. Okay. It's got a lot of faith in me. He wants me to go back. I say he, but it wants me to go back and try to do this again. Show error, Command F, that. Oh, there's 10 of them, so it said towards the bottom. Oh, actually, let's just look for this then. Function show error message. Okay, so this one. Replace the entire function with this. Function show error message. Got it, okay. I say got it. I don't know if I do. Yeah, it's got a closing bracket. Okay, Command S. Try again. Okay, so we're going to do Control C to stop it, and then restart the npm server and open this link. It should still block me. Oh. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. Did I save it? Yes. Let's Control C. Clear that. And npm. Okay, start node server.js running. So it is running now. So then the question becomes, is that working? Can I drag and drop? I think I broke something. Now, when I go back to localhost 3000, the drop your resume here, the drop function no longer works, but neither does the clicking the icon or clicking on that little box to browse. Doesn't work either. Clicking does nothing, and dragging and dropping the file now just opens it in a new tab. So I broke something. Okay, so it changes how the JavaScript loads and can break event listeners. Let me give you a fresh working index.html. Select all. Oh, see, it knows that I'm no good at this, which I appreciate. I don't take that as an insult. I take that as you learning. Now, of course, this was supposed to be episode 4 for us, but it looks like this is going to be a fresh cup of coffee by itself. Because now I'm trying to really take small sips less frequently just so we can finish it. Okay, so we have a new fresh copy of this. So let's copy this. Go into cursor and V. Okay, we are going to have to go back in here. Developers, copied. Okay, and we are looking for, to think I know this by now. Let's say PK underscore. Your stripe. How come it's not showing up? Oh, your underscore. Okay. Got it. Okay. Command S. Control C to kill the server. And npm start to restart the server. Command R to refresh. Let's just get back into it. Okay. All right, so that worked. The drag and drop worked, but the click still doesn't work. The drag and drop function now works, but the click to browse still doesn't work. Okay, so 2 changes. Let's see if we can do it without breaking everything else. Now replace it with that. Uh, okay. Actually, let's do this. Okay. Go ahead, S. It didn't tell me to start it, but I will anyway. Clear. Start. Go back here. Refresh. Okay, so now that works. Command R. Does a drag and drop work? That first fix that you gave me, that did fix the issue. I can now click and drag and drop. It did redo a full analysis. I'm not sure if it was supposed to or if the rate limiter was supposed to stop it at that point, but it did do a fresh resume polish analysis using credits. When you restart the server, the rate limit data gets wiped because it was storing in memory. Oh, okay. That means server restarts, all rate limit is reset. Everyone gets 3 fresh attempts again. This is fine for testing, but production is a problem. Did you restart the between your uploads? If yes, that's why through the memory reset. If no, the fingerprint isn't working properly. Try this without restarting it. Keep the server running. Upload the resume. Should work. Refresh. Okay, so let's try it again. So if we go here, we did click. So let's do drag and drop this time. And yes, so I did, per your instructions, did restart the servers in between each update. So it was restarted 2 or 3 times. But now testing again without resetting it does work as intended, I guess. Now let's test the coupon bypass. Okay, and click apply. Coupon is valid. You can upload your resume now. I get this message, which seems to be system rather than site, but that may be okay, I guess. And then just for testing, but then takes me back to the page, but searching for my resume and hitting analyze then takes me back to the enter coupon code to bypass screen like before. The coupon validates correctly, but when you try to upload again, it's still checking the rate limit first before checking if you have a coupon. We need to adjust the logic so the coupon actually bypasses the rate limit on preview. So once we, okay. So here's the thing about this working session. One, the coffee's done, right? And with the coffee done, technically this is where we stop. This video has been long, and usually I try to make it so that we work on one thing with 1 cup of coffee. But sticking to the rules, 1 cup of coffee, what gets done, what doesn't, we stop. So at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and let Claude know as well. Well, here, let's let Claude know. So I haven't made these changes yet to fix the issue that we saw. But with that said, I'm now out of coffee. And with me being out of my fresh cup of coffee, I think this working session is done. So we're going to stop here with this. Once I get a fresh cup of coffee, today, tomorrow, the day after, when this video uploads, whenever I get a fresh cup of coffee, we'll come back and we'll pick up right where we left off with fixing this coupon validation and allowing us to upload feature first, and then we'll move on to the next part. So that's where we are. Like I said, we have rules. We have a standard that we, hold ourselves to. With that said, we are done with our cup of coffee for today. Perfect timing for a coffee break, and that's exactly what it is. I know it says coffee break, but I was drinking coffee, so this is a break from my coffee, but whatever. So we are done for today. We'll come back. In the meantime, if you find this interesting, feel free to click the like button below, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new videos, Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then that way you can be in the know. We can follow along. We can work together. Last thing is to always remember, right, that I appreciate all of you guys being here. This is a team project. We're working on this together. I'm learning just as much as you guys are. I'm probably learning a lot more. I'm sure a lot of you are probably yelling at your screen like, what the hell are you doing? Just do this or click here. Or I can't believe you made these. But the problem is, I don't know. I'm doing the best that I can, and I appreciate you guys there. Anything that you think that I can do different, or that you think that I'm messing up or anything like that, leave it in the comment section below. Let's talk about it. Even if it's something that I did that you think that I could have done differently, or that you didn't understand what I did and why I did it, and drop it in the comments. I'll try to get to as many as I can and answer those questions for you. But, we're in this together. We're going to work on it. It may work, it may not, but who knows? All we can do is give it our best, and that's what we're trying here. So that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one with a fresh cup of coffee. Thanks. Bye.